Dear child, stop everything you're doing right now and allow these words to envelop you in a moment of pure stillness. Take a slow, deep breath and notice how your body responds to this sudden pause. In that single sacred breath, a gateway opens between your everyday world and the luminous realm of angelic presence. You may not realize how urgently they have been trying to reach you until now. Your heart has guided you to these words in perfect timing, as though you've been led here by an unseen hand. Even if you can't yet sense the subtle energy in the air, your spirit already recognizes that this is no random occurrence. There's a calling, a soft cosmic invitation, asking you to step beyond your usual perceptions and embrace a higher truth. Let the hush of this moment sink into your bones. Release any urge to rush or multitask. Simply surrender to the quiet, trusting that you're being held in something sacred and ancient, something that has watched over you since the day you were born. Let the divine light wash over you now, clearing away any lingering doubts or hesitations. Visualize a gentle cascade of shimmering energy pouring down from above, surrounding you in a cocoon of warmth and protection. Within this glow, every heavy feeling that's been weighing you down begins to dissolve. Your shoulders relax, your heartbeat steadies, and a cool clarity starts to fill your mind. Imagine this light traveling through every cell of your body, gently sweeping away old worries and stagnant energy. It's as if the cosmos itself has taken on the role of a loving caretaker, ensuring you're ready for the deeper message that's about to unfold. Pay attention to the subtleties, the tingling in your fingertips, a sensation of a breeze where there is none, or perhaps even a whispered tone at the edge of your hearing. These are signals that you're entering a realm of elevated frequency. The angels have been preparing this clearing for you, so that what comes next can be received without obstruction, like fresh air filling your lungs after a storm. Sometimes, our days feel like we're pushing against one obstacle after another. There's a sense of thick tension that can creep in when things aren't going as planned. Perhaps you've been feeling frustrated, even close to giving up on something important to you. Picture yourself in that moment of exasperation. Clenched fists, jaw set, eyes looking at the same dead end once again. It's in the heat of such frustration that the mystery begins. A subtle hush descends, almost imperceptibly. The atmosphere around you thickens with the promise of something about to break. You might catch a faint celestial chime in the distance, so faint that you question if it's your imagination. But it halts your frustration mid-thought, as if tapping you gently on the shoulder. That single, ethereal note carries a message beyond words. A promise that you are not alone, and that unseen forces are already shifting your reality. In that instant, you feel a ripple in the energy field around you. The tension that once weighed you down doesn't vanish immediately, but it seems less dense, almost as if it's being lifted from you piece by piece. You become more aware of signs you'd previously overlooked, perhaps a recurring sequence of numbers on the clock, or a butterfly fluttering by your window when you least expect it. You realize these gentle synchronicities are your angels speaking in a subtle language of reassurance, telling you that help is not just near, it's already here, woven into each moment. With each new sign, your hope begins to kindle. Like a countdown to a revelation, each day or each hour you notice more coincidences. A stranger's smile, a random call from someone you were just thinking about, or a sudden, aha, moment that offers clarity. It's as though a timeline of divine interventions has been laid out for you, and all you need to do is follow the trail of breadcrumbs. 10. You hear or see a symbol that resonates deeply with your heart. 9. Another day passes, and something shifts, though you can't put your finger on it. 8. You find yourself standing at a threshold, aware that you're on the brink of a transformation. 7. The air almost crackles with the electricity of impending change. 6. You sense the veil thinning, as if the boundary between the physical and the spiritual world is diminishing. 5. An unexpected kind word from a friend reminds you of your own worthiness. 4. You recall a dream that feels like a message from above. 3. An inner voice whispers for you to trust what you cannot yet prove. 2. Your heartbeat accelerates, and you realize you are not alone in this. 1. The final moment before everything is about to be revealed. A moment so charged that you can practically taste the anticipation. And then it strikes like the sweetest revelation, echoing through your being. A faint celestial chime in your ear, stopping you in your tracks. This is the core theme unfolding right before your eyes. Divine intervention is at hand, shifting obstacles out of your path in ways you could never have orchestrated on your own. This is not just a distant possibility, it's happening here and now. You can feel the shift settling into your bones, as though the very foundations of your reality are being restructured to make room for something new, something blessed. It's your sign to let go of gripping so tightly to how you think things must unfold. There is a luminous intelligence weaving itself through every challenge you face, orchestrating outcomes far beyond your imagination. As this realization settles, you can't help but feel a rush of warmth flood your chest. It's the closest thing to standing in a downpour of golden light. You begin to sense that everything happening around you, every perceived setback, every moment of turmoil, is being subtly rearranged by loving hands. The angels have always been ready to assist, but their intervention depends on the openness of your heart. Now that you've paused long enough to feel their gentle nudge, the gates of possibility swing wide. Let your heart soften and uncoil from the tension it's carried for too long. You may wonder how it all works. How can simply pausing and inviting angelic assistance shift your circumstances so dramatically? The answer resides in the cosmic law of free will. Angels will not impose their help upon you unless you ask or allow. By consciously releasing your grip on control, you open the door for miraculous rearrangements. This is the moment they've been waiting for, the moment your own soul has quietly yearned for. You are no longer alone in your quest to overcome the obstacles blocking your path. You've stepped into a partnership with divine forces that have your highest good at heart. Pause now and allow serenity to flood your heart, releasing all tension around your current situation. You can do this by taking another deep breath, letting your shoulders and jaw relax completely, and visualizing white gold light filling you from the ground up. There's no need to strain or force. Simply yield to the compassionate presence that is already wrapping you in comfort. Affirm quietly within, I yield to angelic assistance. Each time you whisper or think these words, you infuse your energy with surrender and trust, making it easier for the angels to guide you. Imagine that with every exhale, all the knots in your life loosen, unraveling in the face of divine grace. As you do this, watch as your blocks either dissolve or transform. You might not witness an immediate physical change, but rest assured something is moving behind the scenes. Each challenge you face becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Solutions appear in unexpected ways. Someone offers help just when you need it, a new opportunity crosses your path, or an idea sparks in your mind that was previously hidden. This is how miracles often work. Gently and quietly at first, until one day you look back and realize your entire landscape has changed. Answers you never anticipated arrive at your door, almost as if conjured from thin air. But let's dive deeper into why this shift is so powerful. You are, after all, a co-creator of your reality. When you cling too tightly to a specific outcome, you limit the infinite ways the universe might solve a problem. By releasing your tension and affirming your openness, you grant the angels permission to rearrange the puzzle pieces of your life. The frustration that once clutched your heart loosens, leaving space for clarity and peace. In this openness, the divine forces of creation step forward and begin to orchestrate events for your highest benefit. If you ever doubt the presence of these loving beings, remember that they communicate in whispers, through subtle nudges, synchronicities, and intuitive hunches. Their language is different from ours, more akin to symbolic puzzle pieces that you piece together over time. The more you trust these symbols, the clearer their messages become. You might see repeated number patterns like 111 or 222, or hear a certain song lyric that touches your heart at exactly the right moment. Each sign is a gentle confirmation of their involvement in your life. The angels often say, "Let us show you what is possible when you allow us in." Imagine yourself as the center of a powerful vortex of benevolent energy. While you might feel small at times, limited by your human perspective, you are far from powerless. You hold a key, your willingness to collaborate with the spiritual realm. Instead of struggling alone, you can choose to lean on a force that's infinitely more resourceful than any single human mind. The faint celestial chime you heard was no random sound. It was your call to awaken to the truth that you are guided, loved, and supported in ways far beyond your conscious mind's comprehension. This awareness alone is enough to open doors you previously thought locked. So allow your mind to wander into the realm of possibility. What if the obstacles standing in your way are actually catalysts, designed to nudge you into this dance with the angels? What if every time you felt blocked or lost, it was merely a loving summons to remember you never walk alone? The frustration that once seemed pointless or cruel now reveals itself as part of a bigger story, one in which you reclaim your connection to the divine. When you step into that perspective, the seeming randomness of events turns into a carefully choreographed sequence, each note orchestrated for your growth. The angels watch you with compassion, aware of every tear you've shed, every hope you've guarded in your heart. They celebrate your triumphs as if they were their own, and they stand by patiently in your darkest moments. From their vantage point, the solution to your problem is already in motion. They see the grand tapestry of your life stretching out in a myriad of luminous threads, each woven with possibility. Where you see a dead end, they see a hidden passage waiting to be uncovered. Where you see failure, they see the seeds of your next success. Where you see heartbreak, they see an opportunity for profound transformation and renewal. They wish for you to know that their guidance is always gentle and never forces a path upon you. Their role is to align you with your own highest destiny, ensuring that every step you take is illuminated by grace. This grace is not random. It's the natural state of a heart open to divine presence. When your mind tangles in anxiety, your eyes fail to notice the subtle hints. When you calm that storm within, even momentarily, you begin to hear the angels' quiet songs again. That's when the clouds part, and the light of higher understanding floods into your awareness. From this elevated place, spiritual advice becomes clearer. Trust that not everything is as it seems. When frustration flares, see it as a signal to pause and reconnect. Discernment is key here. Be willing to reevaluate old patterns or beliefs that keep you chained to struggle. Sometimes your fear or doubt is actually a defense mechanism that blocks angelic guidance. Let yourself exhale and remember that you're safe to receive. The angels cannot lead you astray. They only seek to amplify your truth and direct you toward the path that nourishes your soul. Their instructions might come in dreams or through gut feelings that beckon you to change direction. Perhaps you'll catch yourself drawn to a book or an article that sparks a breakthrough idea. Maybe you'll feel an unexplainable pull to reach out to a certain person or revisit a project you once abandoned. These are the golden threads leading you forward. Each time you follow one, you weave a brighter story for yourself. Doubts may arise. This is part of the human experience. But the angels ask you to trust enough to take even a single step. That one step can create a cascade of miracles. Sacred Heart of the Divine, open now and saturate us with your healing radiance. In this moment, we surrender every worry, fear, and frustration into your loving embrace. Let the celestial chime we've heard echo through our spirits, dissolving any barriers to receiving the guidance of our angelic guardians. May your infinite compassion flow through our minds, granting us clarity where confusion once thrived. May your boundless love pour into our hearts, restoring our faith where doubt once lingered. We ask that our deepest prayers be heard and answered, in alignment with the highest good for all. We unite our intentions with the angels who stand beside us, whispering encouragement and wisdom. Grant us the courage to step forward with trust, knowing that we are held by a power beyond all limitations. Thank you for the gentle reminders of our worthiness and the precious truth that we are never alone. Now, dearest soul, you stand at the threshold of a great unveiling. The question is, will you step through? If your heart is tugging at you, if your spirit trembles with anticipation, then you already know the answer. Share your heart with "I accept" in the space where you communicate, be it a silent affirmation within or a written declaration. In doing so, you align yourself with the angels' energy, paving a clear path for their continued presence and intervention in your life. Each time you affirm, "I accept," you deepen your partnership with the divine realm, allowing more of this luminous guidance to enter your daily reality. The angels are here, ready to move mountains on your behalf. All they ask is your invitation. So let your voice be heard, let your intention be felt, and watch as the very obstacles once blocking your way become stepping stones toward an extraordinary new chapter in your life.